Welcome back to Glider Gaming, everyone. We're having another beautiful trip in the Rustic Dreamland, and the recording date happens to be St. Patrick's Day, so Sláinte, and happy St. Patrick's Day. Alright, we got our break room up and running. We've got the food situation somewhat planned out. We didn't quite finish that. I think we need to deconstruct that tile. So let's bump that up. So I was trying to, I think we figured out a plan where I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could probably get like 7, 8, I think is how we figured it. So that's where we're gonna kind of be with that. Oh, you can't put it there because of that tile. Before they break that, let's double check before I just misremember things. Okay, so we can get all the way down there. So let's not deconstruct that. Let's deconstruct this one. Yes, excellent. Thank you, sir. So let's go food. Ration box. Ration box. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I was probably thinking 7, 8. And if we put one right here. Right here. That should be able to reach them all. And then we'll need some airflow tiles to make sure the CO2 flows freely. And they can't reach that one, so we need to figure out a way for them to reach that one. Just like that. We may also not be able to reach that one, so let's go ahead and deconstruct that fella. And we'll go back into shipping and we'll build it in a separate location, probably right here. We won't need these right there. Oh, okay. Just wasn't showing up. Yeah, weird. It's not showing up that we've deconstructed them on the on their specific menu. Okay. Up here, we really don't need to sweep any of this. Because our automation will take care of that, or our shipping will take care of that. Our farm over here is looking great. Plenty of nasty fluid. Okay. I didn't really think it would send it back up this way. But I guess it's fine that it does. Where does it go? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because it's overflowing over here, and then it's heading into this way to dump it out. We still have a very confused flow here, so let's go ahead and deconstruct those so these pipes aren't confused and they can ship the water a little bit with a little bit better flow, because like this is all backwards and confused. It's not good. Really just need one of them to be broken in order for the system to figure itself out. Doesn't seem that they're terribly interested in figuring out. Okay, there we go. Okay. Alright, now things are flowing a little better. Look at that, no more stifling. Perfect, okay. It's just what we needed. So this is not pumping because atmosphere is not where it needs to be to pump. But we're releasing steam. Steam is unbreathable, guys. You cannot breathe steam, in case you're wondering. And water is dripping out, coming down here, so that's all great. Loving that. Okay, well that's fine. They're gonna build that, it'll be fine. Okay, so over here, last time we built some natural gas stuff. We've got one running, two running. Both of them are running. Not really though. There's only one running. It says both should be running. But its pipe is blocked? Which pipe would that be? We have an input there, and an output. Okay. So we have to do our trick that we've been doing. We have to come in here to ventilation, because basically the fact that air is flowing is causing it not to release, allow this to create more. And there's very little, like it should not be stopping that. So just have to tie that in right here. Tie this one in right here. And then we have to deconstruct a tile too, so we'll have to rebuild that one. Go with 7 here. Back into ventilation, reconnect that there. And then of course, yeah, we have to give it an output place. So that will allow both of them to run and combine. As soon as they build this one, boom. Okay, now they're both running and creating power. Perfect. Okay, so we've got that system creating natural gas and pumping it. It's a little backed up because we're not burning it fast enough, but in the long run, we will burn it fast enough. We are building a similar system all the way up here with a double airlock so that we don't let all these weird gases coalesce. This gas is 20 degrees Celsius. Gas is pretty cold, but it could be colder. Or it might get hotter, so let's actually switch this. Just like that. Mark this stuff up. Oh, we already had a ladder here. We're just kind of making a more direct route. Oh, and I see they stopped here because I had not allowed them to dig it. This biome looks much better. If you recall in previous videos, this biome was all stifled because we didn't, because we had all this hydrogen and chlorine all over. But since we've dug up here, the hydrogen has continued to rise, and now we have a situation where everything down here can grow. We can dig these wheezeworts up, and they'll go into storage. And it looks like everything is in order for them to actually grab those. Over here, this is very hot and very cold. Looks like things here. We should probably give a second layer of insulation here, just like we did to other areas around our base, just because we don't want this ridiculously hot area to really impact our base in a meaningful way. Getting some lag here when days turn over because the reports generate. Lots and lots of hatches. So we've got 14. Okay, all these are supposed to be at 8 with auto wrangle. So that's something we forgot to switch over when we rebuilt the setup, because we changed the setup so that where our people stand, they get the best decor, because it is a little drab once you get in the first 2 tile areas. So 8, 9, and 13. So we can kind of, I don't know where they're taking these guys, but we're going to find like the older ones that are about to die. Like this one's 9 days old. It's got lots of life in front of it. 18, 19, 34, 20, stone. So we're not really keeping stone hatches. So all the hatches in this biome here are kind of the youngest ones. 95, we can go ahead and take care of him. 74, we'll make him into lunch. 61, 95. Stone hatch, we can go ahead and take care of him. 92, so we'll start with that. That'll get us some meat for barbecue. So that tile it won't let me get to because it's can't build low enough. Maybe right there if we build one it'll get low enough that they can reach that. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better about trying to keep this area cool. We could also change these tiles out for just regular tiles so that more of that cold bleeds through, and that kind of sounds like a good idea. Thermally reactive sedimentary rock, that sounds good. We're going to dig out all of this so they can reach them. See, that's polluted ice, so that'll be fine. Okay, so this should allow us to access everything we need and still get down to this area. So that one's still unreachable. We might try deconstructing that one and see if that allows us access. All 3 of those are unreachable. But we can put one there, and I think that will allow us to reach them. I can't guarantee that breaking this tile will work, but it will give a better line of sight, so it might work. We could also break this tile, and they'll be able to build that one, then we can rebuild that one. But I'd rather do it all from within the hot area. Might as well go ahead and do it over here too. Okay, that did in fact work, so now we can rebuild this tile. Okay, all of these things have no assignment, so we'll do that. Oh my. That water is really building up. So I'm gonna dig this out a bit. Make a little reservoir for this to go down into. That way we don't completely mess up that sleet weed over there. So I'm sure that water is spicy hot. So it looks like it has all dropped down. So now it's just this area draining out. I mean, it's not that hot, which is kind of surprising since it is pretty warm up there. We haven't rummaged through these guys yet. Not sure how, but some meat ended up right there, so might as well toss in a ladder so that I guess we'll put the ladder right there. And I'll get it from down below. Dig that too. Oh, there's sleet wheat stuck in there. There we go. Unlocked a sleet wheat. How many other sleet wheats are just like buried? None, I guess. Oh, here's a bunch of sleet wheats we haven't told them to harvest. Huh. Can't build one right there. Ah, secret sleet wheat, guys. Cannot build right there. And your derp for the day. Where else? So both of these are buried. Ooh, don't dig out the bottom ones. Very strange there's so much polluted oxygen and polluted water even though it's negative degrees. That polluted water have a freezing point of negative 20. Okay, that makes more sense. But I think we have exposed all of the sleet wheat by digging out those two. And we can get access to those. Then get access to these. Access right here for these. We'll be able to get over to those. Get there. Pretty sure that's snow, so we should probably come this way. And then we can go here, here, and here. Dig those out. That will give us access to all of this beautiful sleet wheat. Wild and happy, despite being in freezing temperatures. Good for you, fella. Good for you. Another one of these anti-entropy thermal nullifiers. More crude oil. Finally kind of getting around here. We can check for more volcanoes and whatnots. Nothing yet that I'm seeing. Oh, very big base. Natural gas guys are erupting as we watch. More water we're trying to drain. Cool slush, building some stuff up, cooling things down. So, no new geysers or anything. This one's completely submerged. Okay. Yee. We need to start tapping into some water systems. Creating new water systems to use these up. Let's do all those spots. Just continue that ladder right on up. And derp. Oh man, look at all this water. Just water, water everywhere. As far as the eye can see. So they won't really be able to reach that one. So we'll build, derp, 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 derp. Let's build some ladders there. We can continue this one straight up. Okay, they got some of that converted over. Still no surface. We found the left and the right, and we found kind of the bottom, because just below crude oil is where you're going to find all of the magma, kind of the core of the planet. We have not found the top yet, so we just have to keep going. So I think we've got a tall, skinny map rather than a shorter one. Kind of hard to see over here. Whoa, that's not what I was going for. Yeah, sure. Just dig all this out. It's fine. Dig that out to drain all this water. Okay, how are we going to get over to these guys? We're going to go up. We need some ladder. Okay, got this biomes all taken care of for harvesting. These guys are running quite well. Filling this up with water. Natural gas geysers, great way to great power and polluted water. So don't be afraid to utilize those. Just don't put them inside your base or in strange places, because they do generate heat and quite a bit of water if you're not ready for it. I'll drop these down to priority 2, just so we can hopefully get the rest of this stuff built here. And right there as well. We have water traps, so we don't really need the CO2. Water will perform the same duty. And since they are not, since they are in Atmo suits, they really don't care about having to walk through water. But if they weren't Atmo suits, I would probably not do a water trap for them. Vacuum? How about that? Carbon dioxide should fill a vacuum as well. The main goal is just not to let the natural gas out. We want the natural gas in a specific spot where this vent can get to it. Okay, so now we have polluted oxygen. That should exchange places with the natural gas. Might have to mop it up to make sure the exchange can happen without more gas, polluted oxygen being created. We could probably just keep going straight up. We are going to have to go over here if we want to access whatever this fella is. Another cold biome right here. Lots of little tiny cold biomes on this world. I'm used to the larger ones, like in this range. Those little itty bitty ones are kind of strange. New printable. It's probably been there for several cycles. So bristleberry, we're gonna take it this time. We're gonna do it, guys. We're not gonna grill it. We're gonna turn it into a delicious stuffed berry. Okay, so just switching those 2 tiles has really cooled this area quite a bit. And then hopefully that'll radiate through and just be a natural cooling system for our base. Oh, we need those 2 spots dug out if we really want the rest of this to happen. You have to have head clearance, guys. So, you can hop up there and go away around. Pretty sure. Let's double check. Yeah, they can get to all these little guys. Okay, carbon dioxide is fully disseminated now, so we can go ahead and open that up. I don't really want to do that. I want to make sure they build these so that we have that full trap. In fact, I want them to build this top one first, because if they build the top one first, gas can't transfer. If they build the bottom one first, that should be fine, as long as they aren't both dug out at the same time. One has to be built before the other. So I'm just going to drop that down one more priority. So we used warmer ingredients to build these. That's why it's hot within the cold biome. We probably used like 40-degree insulated, or not 40-degree insulated, 40-degree igneous rock, so it looks warmer than it is. But it should be a pretty good barrier. Same here. We used igneous rock that's warmer. It will cool down over time. Okay, they got that one built, so that's great. Oh, and we ended up with well, that was weird. Sometimes we have a water trap, sometimes we don't. Whatever. Life goes on. Alright, now we can dig these out. We can connect that pipe. Still have to figure out power for this area. And all these other spots. Oh, power. That reminds me. I went back and watched a video, and hey, look at that. These still function when they're submerged in water, so that's neat. I went back and watched a video and realized we put 4 on this circuit. Then, okay, we did separate it here, so just want to make sure we didn't overload this guy, because that would be a problem long term. Yeah, it's bad water physics. All of that water should be draining out one side or the other. It's very strange. We can fix that. We can build a mesh tile like right here and right here. That should take care of the problem. I mean, it should never be a problem because these physics are impossible, but hopefully by doing this, it takes care of the problem. And then we're going to mop up this area. Just going to build a little tile right here so that doesn't happen again. I just don't want my dupes who aren't in suits to get debuffs like soggy feet and sopping wet. Okay, now it drained onto this one. When he's done, it'll drain again. There we go. That should take care of the issue. Okay, so this fella here, he has a potential power of 1, but none actually being used. So what is on him? It goes straight over, bridges down, bridges along here, bridges up, and hits these guys here. And we got all the nastiness out of this area, so we can get rid of all these things. So we're going to start by getting rid of these wire infrastructures. Okay. So got rid of those. Gas pump, we're going to just deconstruct. Gas filter, we're going to deconstruct. And the gas pump, we're going to deconstruct. Right, then the pump infrastructure, we don't need that either. So we'll just leave this infrastructure for that other pump, but it's overloaded, so we're going to need to deal with that in the long term too. Okay, so power-wise, we can use this line to start powering all of these fun things we've built around the base. Okay, we're not going to deconstruct that one. So we're going to take power, wire. We can't actually take that anywhere from here. So I guess we are going to deconstruct that. Make sure we also get the wire bridge. Deconstruct that. Okay, so we're going to start with new wire bridge. Wire bridge is going to go up. And then we're going to build another wire bridge. Right above it, right here. And another one right here. Things get a little convoluted, folks, when you have all your power coming from the same place. And we'll go up here. That should be good for a moment. So we're tied in here, tie those two, tie these two. Come up here, then come up here again. Okay, got these tied in. Now we're gonna go here, wire bridge, here, wire bridge. Whoa, nope. Here, wire bridge. We're gonna continue to come up through the walls, wire bridge, through the walls. Okay, so now we need these actual wire bridges to complete the circuit. Okay, so that's complete. Now, the other space we need is right inside of our actual power area. So we will bring this straight up to this bridge and over. Okay. When they have all that built, we will have functioning. Oh. Huh. Wonder if reconstructing those allowed water to get through. We weren't really watching, so I'm not sure, but it's a fairly easy thing to clean up. I'm gonna attack that fella. Yeah, this one's supposed to only be the one type. But we have it wrong. It's supposed to only be the sage hatches and their hatchlings. What are we feeding here? We're feeding sage hatches and sage hatchlings. So they've just been tying up the sage hatches because they're supposed to auto-wrangle them. So that was our bad. But anyway, we've got 8 here, 8 here, 8 here. So we still have too many hatches running around. So let's keep on attacking them. The easier when they're paused. So there's an 86 hatch. We've killed 2. There's a 95 hatch. 77's, oh, 94. 77. Okay. We'll check those guys. We'll let that go on and see where we're at. Food-wise, we have pepper bread, barbecue, bristleberry. Is nobody making the stuffed berries? Are they eating it? Consumables. Okay. They're not eating it. They're not eating meat. Barbecue. Everybody's allowed to eat stuffed berries. That's probably why we don't have them. They're eating them as fast as we make it. Let's just double check. Somebody is making stuffed berries? Yep, he is. Okay. Oh, wow. 12 jobs mastered. You need to do this. Not paying attention. Goodness. Just everybody's mastered their jobs. So, this poor fella here has dropped below. We only assigned him because he could handle it, but he's dropped below. So, it leads to question if we can really handle people at these different job levels, but we'll keep going. So we're just kind of promoting people along the paths they've already taken. We're trying to dig out a lot of stuff. We're trying to build a lot of stuff. So I'm kind of prioritizing those two things. We don't have any engineers, so we'll put her there. Haven't done go for ore groundskeeper? Come on, folks. Not everybody got started in those spots. It's kind of strange you can't handle quarry or plumber. It makes me wonder if he's got a problem somewhere. So let's double check. We have 21 dupes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 22 seats. So yeah, he should be eating there. He should have access to this. I don't know. I don't know why he's not happy. Having good morale. We have a damaged wire there. That's a little strange. It could be because everything kicks on at once and it gets a little damaged. Life will go on. That won't. There's the water physics for you folks. None of that's possible. None of it. This thing right here didn't get a proper deconstruct order. Nor did this one. Lovely radiating coolness. That's good. Cool coming out. Not so cool coming out. What's going on with you guys? 16 degrees as opposed to 8 degrees. Coming out at 8 degrees. So we built this one out of insulated tile. So the cold doesn't really come out until it exits. Where this one we built out of regular tile. So it's kind of cooling the whole way through. And you can see that. Like this whole area is super cold. But then by the time it hits over here, it's a little warmer. So we could change that all over to insulated, and that would kind of correct the issue. And we might want to do that because this is one of the hottest parts of our base. The rest of the base is looking pretty reasonable, especially since we've opened up into a hot biome. Because all of this right here was hot biome. We're just kind of naturally cooling it with this cold biome right here. I find that a little strange. Just, oh, it said it's schedule 5, so that's why. Nothing happens at schedule 5. Of course, of course. Things over here are looking good. 42 degrees Celsius. Oh, wow. Just 35 degrees though, and they have to be at 35 degrees, so that's cutting it close. Maybe we should just like dig out all this igneous rock here, because igneous rock as a thermal insulator could be stopping the transfer of heat. Iron should allow the transfer of that heat, so we'll try it. I mean, nothing really terrible can come of it, I imagine. We want this area to be hot, so little vacuum there, but it gets filled in quickly. Oh, I was going to cancel that one because we had a properly growing doodad there. We had a... we have a stop there to stop the gases from getting away, so we should probably keep that. Because we want the gases to be warm, but we don't want them to get away. Things have cooled down here because of the water, which I guess is good. We don't want batteries overheating and stuff. That'd be bad. Let me go ahead and just kick this stuff up so we get this done. Get that dupe labor taken care of. So, the way we have things set up right now is ideal. You want your coal power to be the highest priority, because it's going to say, what is the highest priority? That's what I need to fill. So it's going to take things from lower priority and fill the higher priority. By having this one at 5, at 5, it'll say, oh, this is lower priority than storage. So it'll take stuff out of here, put it in storage. When these are lower, it'll put stuff out of storage into these. So you always want it to be lowest priority receptacle, second lowest priority storage medium, highest priority where you actually want it to go. So we'll do a similar thing over here. We'll be having our loading receptacle higher than a 6, or like we'll put all these to, well, we'll keep them at 6. We'll put this at a 7. It'll take stuff out of here and put it in there. Then up here, we'll have our receptacle at a 5 and our grills at a 6, and it'll take stuff out of here and put it in. And then if that is able to reach, nope, it's not quite able to reach fridges. It would load fridges if we put fridges at a higher priority than grill. We could kick this up, but they have a lot of infrastructure to do in between. So, hey, new printable. Ice, I don't really want in the base. And I don't really want new dupes. So we're just going to reject these, unfortunately. Got all that insulation built. So that's good. Gives me a little bit more confidence that heat won't really leach through this as badly. And then we've got this whole top area really well cooled. So hopefully that keeps permeating through. So unreachable, so let's come here and we'll toss some things right there. We're just going to plan a little bit of wire out, just so we won't have to worry about wire on the inner portions of this. This whole cold biome is basically just one base thing that didn't teleport in properly. It's really a shame you can't pick these up. I would move this table into a break room to like give the allure of more relaxation, or the idea of more relaxation. So the body temperature has dropped now. It's still spicy, but the pepper plants are at 34 instead of the 39 the gas is around them. And that's because the liquid pipes are too cold. We built them out of regular pipe, thinking that would help because this whole area is so hot. But the area has really cooled down a lot because of the water that's floating around. So we have two options. We can insulate the pipe, or we can radiate the pipe. The gases are still consistently above 35, so I think we radiate the pipe. So we'll do like right here, we'll do some section. Right here, we'll do some section. Just like right here, we'll do some section. Hopefully that'll heat it up a bit. Then we could also just like insulate this little area of pipe. See if that helps. I mean, stuff's already auto-correcting. Like, it was these first 4, now it's only 2. So it's probably not a big deal, but with these little quick changes, hopefully it will not be a problem at all. Because ultimately, we're probably going to make more pinch of pepper plants, pinch of pepper nuts than we're actually going to be able to use. Especially, I mean, this doesn't seem like a big garden, but like it always seems no matter how many I grow, I always use them faster. Right, I never use them as fast as they're growing. Things have gotten a little too chilly for the buddy bud over here. So we're going to build a second break room over here. I think that will be an okay size. Let's move it in one, just because all the other doors are just slightly in a little bit. So 15 times 4, it's going to be 60, and I'm pretty sure 64 is the building size maximum. 64, yep. So actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move one of these other ones because I have this water over here already. I don't want to run hot water through my base, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of the jukebox. We're going to put the jukebox up here. So, utilities, nope. Furniture. We need the water cooler to actually qualify as a break room. Then we need the jukebox. We need to power said jukebox, and we want it to come from the same line, so we'll just go like this. We need a little bridge. Oops. There we go. So that will be the new jukebox. And then back in furniture, we're going to make an espresso machine. It needs 480 watts. So before we patch that in, we'll see what kind of wattage the jukebox takes. 960, so yep, we're not going to be able to use the same line. We'll just go ahead and deconstruct all this here. So we'll have to find another line that's already in the base that is not overstressed. So this one only really uses 720 consistently. 720. Yeah, that'll be too much. That'll be over 1,000. Things are a little convoluted, so we'll come back over here, try to figure stuff up from here. So that's heavy watt wire thing. I think this is the one that we just took it off of. Yeah, so we can't use that one. Have to use one of these 4. Or build a new one. So, potential power is 2.4, but we relatively use 0. Liquid pumps, Atmos suits, docks. I'm just gonna let that one alone. It's got a lot of stuff tied into it that is rarely used, but if we start using it more often, it could be a problem. 720 plus 400 and some is gonna be over 1,000. Potential. Oh, this is all the auto sweepers and stuff we're not really using yet. So 120, 120, 120, 120. That's 480. The exosuit forge we're pretty much done with, so I'm just gonna say 480. So we can use this one. So this one comes. Ugh, this one goes down and up and down and up and down, and up and down and up. Okay, and comes from here. So I think we'll go from here. Have to go up, bridge. Put in a bridge. So that'll be fine. Then we need some plumbing. And we'll just plumb from right there. And then finally, we need some Penicha pepper plants. And I'm pretty sure we can store them in here. I don't think they've changed that. So, where would that be? Would that be seeds? That's only a seed. So maybe let's just build a refrigerator, and we won't refrigerate it. We won't keep many in there either. So we'll go with cooking ingredient, pepper plant, and we'll do like 10 kilograms. We won't do very many. That way, if they spoil, we don't spoil too much. Fortunately, I'm seeing hydrogen build up in our base again. Why is that? This line here, we're not using enough of our... Yeah, it's all backed up. Alright, when we come back, this is going to be needing a solution. This is not what we want to see. We've put the power on the back burner. We're not using this one for our main power source anymore, so we're building up too much. So, thanks for joining us on Glider Gaming Channel. We did some more good work, had some fun, and we'll be back again soon to continue.